Good morning. Thank you for your patience. Hi, Linda. Hi, beloveds. Please say hello and tell us where you're from. So today is the eighth chakra and beyond. So hello, Uli, and I can't say that name, but hello, hello, beloveds on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So happy that you are with us, and we have some lovely people in our living room. Hello, angels. So thank you for joining. We'll have a beautiful morning. We'll be pretty short, maybe about a half hour. So glad you're with us. Hello, Joyce, you just jumped on. So we will start with calling in the light. So as most of you know, that's an invocation of spirit, very universal. And it's really just absolutely surrendering and invoking the highest part of us. Hi, Diana and Tanya. Hello, beloveds. And we'll start with calling in the light. At the end, we will chant 3 Anahus. And Anahu is very universal. It's Sanskrit, which is said to be the most ancient language that we can actually speak. And it means we evoke the empathy or the oneness of God. So it brings us into that connection, that oneness, which is so, I feel so needed right now as we're coming out of this period of isolation and coming into this beautiful connection and reunion. If you would on the streams, just say hi so we know you're with us. And we'll call in the light, speak a little bit about what the heck I mean by the 8th chakra and beyond. And then we will do an exercise, a process to really go in deep and receive from Spirit what keeps us from that deep and high and very tangible exploration of the inner realms of Spirit. Then we will do an experiential meditation. If you have any questions for me along the way, any statements, just want to share your intention, please do just put those in the chat. I would love to see them. And that goes for you guys if you have any questions. So if you would, let's just really come into that beautiful, deep, and high awareness. I have a whiteboard here, which is very unusual. I just noticed you can see that on, I don't know if you can see it on Instagram. You can certainly see it on YouTube and Facebook. Nigeria, how fun. Hi, Edward. Lovely to be with you once again as well. I'll probably just move it over so Instagram can see it too. So I might do a little bit of drawing today, which would be a first for one of these streams. But it's really to just kind of give you a visual of what are we talking about by the higher realms. So let's call in the light. If you would, take a deep breath in and let it out with some sound and movement. Shake your hands, deep breath in, let it all go. I want to hear you guys. I want to hear some sound. Good. Shake your hands, shake your hips. Shake your head, just let it all go. It's been said that shaking really moves your energy field, just releases stuck energy, takes you out of your head and into sensation, feeling, awareness, even intuition. So once more, lift your hands up, up, up. Let it all go. Beautiful. And this time, reach your hands up, stretch, stretch, stretch. If you're standing like I am, up on your tiptoes. If you're seated, just stretch. Tip your head back. Good. Release your arms out. Feel that stretch. Open to receive. Arch back. Exhale. And just melt into the arms of the beloved. Allow your arms to float down. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're going to open now and ask that any negativity, karma, resistance, imbalance just be taken and transmuted now and during this stream and even after for those watching after. Just let it all go and be open to miracles. Sometimes all we need to do is open our hands and allow Spirit to take that thing from us, that secret hurt, that niggling resistance. You know what that is. Cup your hands in front of you like you're going to take a big drink of water. And put that thing in there that you're ready to let go of, that resistance, that fear, that worry, that karma, that attachment. Cup your hands in front of you, put it in your hands. Close your hands tight around it, tight, tight, tight. On the count of 3, we're going to let it go. We're going to lift it up to the Spirit and let it go. 1, 2, 3, let it go. And it just goes up into the light and transmutes. And now come into your heart. Place your hands on your heart, just connecting to your heart. Just press down upon your heart and really feel your humanity. Just really opening to your humanity now. Sending deep empathy all through you. This is not an easy level. Opening your awareness in your heart and feeling your heart connecting to each one present as we open in every way into the light of the Holy Spirit. And feel upon your heart, your hands, and upon your hands, the hands of a spiritual presence that you love so much that you sense is here now with you. And you know who that is. And feel their hands on your heart, bringing healing to that 4th chakra. Just let go, beloveds. Just let go. Let yourself feel what you feel. Open your awareness. Feel your heart connecting now to each one present. We are together. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We are all together here. All one. Feel that connection. On the count of 3, we're going to all breathe in together as one. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in love right into your heart. Universal love, personal love. Breathe it in. As you exhale, that love amplifies. It goes through you, from you, returns to you. Beautiful. And you can just release your hands as we open in every way into the light of the Holy Spirit, placing this time together today in the light, asking only the highest good come forward, and that each one present be even greater conduits of divine intent, of holy love, of light. As we open in every way to the great archangels, the Christ, the traveler, by whatever name you know, Spirit, call yourself forward into that receptivity to spiritual presence and assistance. And we'll take just a moment now, and if there's someone you know who's not well or some concern you have, we're just going to send the light to that. And if you're in a space where you can do so, say that name out loud, and we're all going to send light. Or it could be a situation, just say it out loud into your space. If you're not alone and you want to say it inside, do that. And Father, Mother, God, we ask that all those people, those personages, situations, all be placed in the light. Everyone send the light to everyone else's concerns, all for the highest good. Each one be blessed and sanctified and lifted up to the light. And so be it. Amen. And Berush Beshan, which means the blessings already are. We'll chant 3 Anna Hughes now. Chant out loud if you're willing, especially the people here. And in your own space, let your neighbors hear you. Anna Hughes. Anna Hughes. Anna Hughes. Beautiful. So I am not going to speak very long, so we can more have an experience. I'm going to do an uber quick review. It'll be a review for some of you and new for others. Oh, good. Instagram can now see the whiteboard. Don't know how you did that, Aurora, but you rock. So, what do we mean by chakras anyway? This is going to be a speed through review because I know most of you know what we're talking about, but maybe we will learn something new. And again, if you have any questions, put those in the chat. So, of course, there's the first chakra. Root chakra, survival. So if you have issues coming up, sometimes it can be very helpful to clear from the chakras. Second chakra, I did say this was a speed through. Second chakra is, I guess I could write that on the board. So root chakra, first chakra, can they see that? Okay. First chakra is survival at the root. Survival. I think I spelled that wrong. And second chakra is the chakra of relationships. So, you know, of course, these things can manifest physically. So if you're having stomach issues, you may look to, what is it, a relationship issue with myself or with another? Third chakra is the hara, the will, the sense of identity. This is solar plexus. Awesome that I'm writing these things on the board completely illegibly for you. I'll try to do better. All my family were doctors, and I inherited the handwriting. Fourth chakra, of course, is heart chakra. Heart chakra is, of course, the chakra of love. Fifth chakra is throat, and that's expression. So you'll notice sometimes you'll be wanting to say something to someone, and you'll feel your throat tightened, especially if it's emotional. And it can help to just put your hand there and see, what is it that my body is telling me? Of course, sore throats, that kind of thing can be about, what am I afraid? What truth am I afraid to express? It can be very much like there's something I'm being called forward to share with the world, and I'm choking it back. Sixth chakra is third eye, right here. While I'm doing the chakras, I ask that you please send love and light to your chakras. We're going to do a meditation at the end where we'll do that, but right now, I know I'm doing a speed through because I want to get to the higher chakras, but just really put your hand on each one and see light through each one, and then a beautiful cord of light through each one, lifting up. Seventh chakra is the crown chakra, top of the head, and that is where we lift up into the eighth chakra and beyond, which is the realms of light, the higher realms, and that is more what we're going to talk about today. So just be aware now of, we're going to first ground. So drop a grounding cord. So that's a cord of light. Could look like a rope of light. Could look like roots, deep roots. So that we're deeply rooted so we can soar. So drop a grounding cord from your root chakra into the center of the earth, into the core where the Tuan, the Christed orb is. And just see yourself deeply rooted and held by Mother Gaia, held by the earth, the growing things, the elements. Feel yourself very stable. Perhaps you bend your knees and feel that earth beneath you. And just notice if you don't feel a little more calm, more held. We forget, I do, us on a spiritual path, we forget to ground. So just connect in deeply into the earth. And now be aware of the light flowing from that place in the earth up through each of the chakras, bringing healing, bringing love through the crown chakra. And again, we're going to do an experience of this, but just be aware, is there any area where I feel blocked, where I feel stuck, where I have physical ailments that are just not explained medically? Just be aware of that. And if you have a question about that, you want to put it in the chat, feel free, and we can look at that. So, eighth chakra, what's above our crown chakra? Of course, again, a review for many of you, but maybe we'll learn something new. This is all physical level, right? So there's physical, Above that is the astral, imagination, right? It's not physical. The causal level, or emotions, the level of emotions. Above that is the mental level, the mind. And we're going to do a meditation shortly where we'll go through and hear the sounds and the colors of each of these realms so you can experience them. Above that is the etheric, right? The unconscious, where our hopes and dreams go to live or die. A lot of healing in the unconscious. You know, why is it that I keep doing this thing I know better and I keep doing it anyway? Often that's something in the sub or unconscious. And then these levels are the negative levels. So not negative bad, like you have a battery, you have a negative pole and a positive pole. You need both. Otherwise, your flashlight, does anybody even use batteries much anymore? Your microphone, whatever it has batteries, doesn't work without the positive and the negative. So this is manifest creation. We can experience. It's also illusion, ultimately. It will die. This body will die. This mind will die. Our unconscious will die. What will not die is this next level of soul and above, right? This is the first level of pure spirit. This is the positive. This is the first level of pure spirit. Now above that are 27 levels. Here we have the 5. Above that are 27 levels. Then there's, and of course, I'm grossly oversimplifying this, but you know, we're just getting a taste. As I'm speaking, see if you can experience what I'm talking about, right? 27 levels can be felt, can be recognized. Spiritual sensing can be known. Lots and lots of hours of meditation often. In the Eastern tradition, there's something called the Sahab Yoga, or the sound current meditation, where you have a mantra and you go up through these levels to have greater awareness of them. Of course, there's practices in all religions to have greater and greater levels of awareness, more pristine, closer to the truth. Obviously, up here is God. There's 3 streams. They have names. That's probably for another class. We can call this the Trinity. In religion, called the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, or Spirit. Just to simplify, we could say this is the soulic impulse, the God stream, and the Spirit stream. And that is definitely another class. But if we were to, again, just summarize that, it would be that God should I move this, Aurora? Okay, it's that God to know itself, individuated as souls, and that's the soulic impulse. And then there's that we are created in God's own image. To me, that's not so much that God has legs and, hair and tonsils. It's more that we have autonomy. We have free choice. It's God created us, and then to me, a moment of stunning faith in us allowed us the free choice, free will not really free will, but free choice to choose back into that divine remembrance or not. If we want to lop our baby sister on the head, we can. If we want to rape and pillage, we can. And usually that's like, oops, next life, we come back into spirit of our own free choice, choosing of our own accord. That's the God stream. And then there's the Spirit stream, the essence, the undifferentiated consciousness, where we experience being one with all, right? That oneness. In the God stream, it's more of that love, and we can feel that personal relationship. It's more the love. The Spirit is more, it's more the beloved. In the Spirit stream, it's more the love, and in the soulic impulse, it's the lover. So, way oversimplified all that just to give you a taste. We're going to do an exercise in a moment, and then a meditation, and then send you into your Saturday. Does anybody have a question? I'll just look through. Thank you so much, my beloved Vanya and Brett, for putting things in the chat. You guys are the best. Brett already put the exercise in the chat. That's awesome. Where would you place, Kelly says, where would you place worlds without end? Well, that's an etc. question, meaning like we would need a lot of time to talk about that. Where I would place worlds without end, really all these, because it's a little mind-blowing, in each of these levels are each of these levels. So for example, in the astral level, it are all of these levels. Let's go up, let's make it easier. In the etheric level, there's a mental level of the etheric, there's a causal level of the etheric, there's an astral level of the etheric. There's not a physical. What's the beautiful thing about the physical? There is a beautiful thing. I know it's challenging, but that's actually the beautiful thing. In the physical is the only level where we experience all of these levels. It's the springboard. We grow exponentially here. John Roger used to say, souls line up to get here. And we're like, are you kidding? Have you seen this place and all the challenges? And you know, this body thing is really delicate, right? Like, I could die very easily. I could just trip and fall on my face and oops. You know, and then I get so attached to these other bodies, my children, my spouse, my parents, etc., and then they die. Why would souls line up? Precisely because of that, angels. Because we grow so much faster here, and in this level, we experience all of this faster, right? So, each of these realms have all of the other realms within, except for the physical. So right there is worlds without end. We also have inner worlds and we have outer worlds. I cannot believe I chose this topic because I could do a class on every sentence I'm saying. I'm hoping this is sparking something in you though. Then this, of course, is really vast worlds without end. So all of this is worlds without end. And this is, you know, in the 27 levels above soul, you've really got to drop. Especially as you get higher, you've got to drop all your reference points. You've even got to drop the reference point of your soul, right? Where you then do travel as the undifferentiated consciousness. And sometimes, often, that can be terrifying at first to our ego, because our ego has to die. Not only our ego has to die, but even as we get higher, even our soul has to let go into that vaster spiritual reality, and then we don't exist, and then we are one with all. But levels of resistance come up, and those levels of resistance are not our enemy. Those levels of resistance are being educated to sacrifice and surrender into that which we really are. Well, it's more accurate to say we are being educated through our resistance. We are being strengthened by allowing and choosing into releasing the resistance, the ego, the reference points, especially the control, right? As we sacrifice all of that, we grow, we move up the levels, and we start to experience the living God. We start to experience spirit, you know, the soulic impulse, etc. I hope that answered your question. Let's see if there's any other questions. If not, we will move right into, thank you, Brett, for putting, he's putting in just about everything I'm saying. You're amazing. And thank you for continuing to tell me where you're from. So I would like to do a quick exercise with you now, a process to help you get answers from within you, really answers from spirit, about what is it about me such that I am not letting go, and how can I experience these higher realms? And then we'll do a meditation to do just that. But first we're going to do a little process so that when we do the meditation, we're ultimately open. Do any of you guys have any questions that are here? What? All good? Do you have any questions? All good? Do you have any questions, young man? I know I don't want to ask that, but I felt like that was only fair. Okay, no questions. All right, so, which I find kind of surprising because I just zipped through all that. So let's, if you would, when we do this, I'm going to ask you some questions now. So when we do this, I want to ask you to just really receive the answers from Spirit. Like if I say, well, what is it that's holding you back? You're like, I know it's that, my ego wants to control everything, and I'm too black and white, and right, I know that answer, right? I want to ask you to receive a new answer. Sometimes it really is the same old, and that's our core karma, but sometimes it's something we haven't even thought of. So I want to ask you to answer this, receive the answer from Spirit, from soul and above, rather than your mind or your emotions or your body. I'm going to ask you to receive from one of those higher, and also if you have any questions about the chakras, let me know. So I want you to now just take a deep breath, let it all go. Beautiful. Open to the Spirit, to the higher realms. Feeling all parts of you, even seeing them line up. And open right through your crown chakra. So if you'd like to journal these questions, write them out. I find that can be really helpful. I encourage you to either journal them or speak out the answer out loud. That, for me, that keeps me much more focused when I'm hearing these answers than just thinking them. Okay? So, all right, my angels, really opening yourself to receive from Spirit. Be surprised. What is the core karma, resistance, and or attachment blocking you from awareness of the higher realms? Any of these higher realms above your 7th chakra, astral, causal, mental, etheric, soul, above the 27 levels, into the Trinity, into God. What is that core karma? Resistance or attachment blocking you? What do you need from Spirit to let it go? What do you need from Spirit to let it go? So now I want you to ask for that, to pray for that. To pray to Spirit. Ask to receive that now. Beautiful. And Spirit meets you at the point of action. It said, what do you need to receive that from Spirit? What do you need to do? What do you need to do? What's a microscopic action? What do you need to do to receive that from Spirit that you just heard, and to allow yourself to soar into the higher realms? What do you need to do to allow yourself to soar into the higher realms? That might be what you need to let go of. You might be a microscopic action. Might be a big action. If you're willing to commit to that now, you might just say that out loud or inwardly in your heart. Yes, yes, I will. What is Spirit saying to you? So this is where you receive a message from Spirit. What is Spirit saying to you right now about your heritage of exploring the higher realms? What is that message that Spirit's giving you right now? Beautiful. Just take a deep breath in, breathe in that message from Spirit, receive it. Just acknowledge yourself for your courage to really hear what Spirit has for you and to walk the royal road. And so I'm going to answer one quick question that I saw in the chat, and then we will do our meditation to experience more of this now that we've gotten greater cooperation. Really what we were doing was getting greater cooperation from our lower selves, from these lower levels. We were gaining that cooperation. Oh, honey, we're feeling blocked here. We're attached to this person, second chakra. Oh, we're scared. We want control. That's, could be any of the chakras. That could be any of the levels up to soul, right? Mental control, emotional control, etc. And then asking for Spirit to remove that. And what do we need to do? How do we show up? So had a question of how do we clear our chakras? So somebody says, I have no idea, I think, answering the questions. That's where we just sit in meditation and continue to receive the answers. And sometimes it's not in words, it's in a symbol, it's an awareness, it's in a sensation. It's like, how do we know Spirit? Some of us hear things, some of us just know things, some of us sense, some of us see things. So just allow yourself to receive information from Spirit in the way it comes for you. So question of how do you clear your chakras? Let's see, who was that from? Linda. Linda Pacos. Hope I'm saying that right. How do you clear your chakras? Well, lots of ways. It's helpful to know which chakra is blocked, right? So, and we'll do a little bit of this in the meditation, which is next. But how you clear your chakras is, let's say there's something in my heart chakra, right? I'm feeling like I'm blocked. I'm not connected. Maybe I'm trying to connect to another person or to Spirit. And I just, with my intuition, so let's just do this right now. So everybody use your intuition, trust yourself, and just be aware of which chakra seems like it needs clearing, right? Be aware of which chakra seems like it. So I'm sensing third eye. So for me, see which one it is for you and put your hand there. It very much helps to have that physical touch, right? You put your hand there and just connect in with that chakra, which is you, and just send so much love there. So much love, right? For example, I'm touching my forehead, and I might think of, when I touch, my child's forehead when they had a fever and the incredible love that was coming from my hand. So flood your chakra with that kind of loving, like you would touch someone you love so much. Just flood it with loving. Love, of course, is a premier way to clear. Flood it with so much loving. And now you might say, can I just pull out the block? Can I just, and if your eyes are closed, you might want to open them for just a moment. Can I just increase the light there, increase the light, and then just pull it out? Pull it out of my aura, pull it out of my chakra. I know that might seem exotic to some of you, but trust yourself I mean, just pull it out. Try it right now. Whatever that block is, you just pull it out, right? So you might now go, oh, gosh, I feel clear now. If not, then there might be something to clear. A really simple way to clear is, again, I'm doing it on my forehead because that's where I experienced the block. It could be here, but it's just clear. Anything, it might be something from another person, from or through Susie, through the light of the Holy Spirit. It might be my heart, clear, anything from Joe, through the light of the Holy Spirit. It might be clear, that memory of when I was 4 years old and I so wanted my mother and she just wasn't there. Clear that, release that. Forgiveness is a great way to clear the chakras. I forgive whatever is present in that chakra. I forgive myself for judging my mother for not being there. I forgive myself for feeling sad, And then statements of truth. Truth is, I have all the love I need right here. Truth is, I can allow myself to see spiritually. I am safe, I am held, it is my heritage, right? So I kind of gave you a whole lot of tips there at once. Somebody says, I hear you very low. Can you raise the volume? Okay, I think I also needed to move closer to the mic. Sorry about that. So those are a lot of ways to clear the chakras. So the main thing is be aware of which chakra is blocked, physically connect with it, and then do the ways to clear that you know to clear. Giving it a voice is also helpful. What do you need to say to me right now? And then let it speak to you, right? I'm feeling nervous. I'm feeling scared right now. And it's like, and then you have a dialogue with it. Well, honey, you want to be very sweet to your own beingness. What do you need from me or from spirit right now to feel safe? And you dialogue with it. So lots of ways to clear the chakras. I hope that's helpful. Sherry wants to know, can we invite others to these talks? Of course, these are public in YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You can certainly invite anyone you want, even if they're not in the movement. Absolutely. And Brett just put in the link for YouTube. That's where all these are archived after. So if you missed the first part and you want to go back and watch, or you want to send it to a friend, I would appreciate it. This is my service. This is my give back to the world. And Sherry also wants to know, even if they're not in the movement, of course, this is open. This is also why I went through this kind of review. Or can you recommend a YouTube Alicia Doss talk to introduce them to you? Sherry, you're the sweetest. She's wanting to help share my work. That's so sweet. I have a YouTube channel. It's Alicia Doss. Is it Alicia K. Doss or Alicia Doss?
I think it's Alicia K. Doss.
It's Alicia K. Doss for
if
YouTube.
You look up Alicia Doss, it'll work.
If you just Google Alicia Doss, my name, you'll see my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I have like a bazillion free videos there. And which one would I recommend? Well, there's some playlists, and one is Alicia's Picks for You. I'd probably recommend that. Which particular one to introduce them to my work? Good question. Kind of depends on what they're into. If they're into angels, how to connect to a great archangel. If they're into meditation, whatever meditation, there's a meditation playlist, whatever you think they'd be interested in. There's introduction to my work. That would be a good one, I guess. Whatever you like. The diamond white light meditation is really popular. So, Sherry, whatever it is that you like and you want to share with them. Thank you for asking that. Very sweet question. You're welcome, Linda. So, beloveds, let's move into a meditation so that you can experience some or all of this and then send you into your Saturday. So, if you would now, let's just one more time open our hearts, take a deep breath in. Let go of all questions and let go of all the information as we move more into experience. And just gently close your eyes and open your inner eye, open your heart, and place a hand on your heart chakra and a hand on your third and second chakra, your belly. And just pat your belly and just connect to your basic self, your inner child, and just say thank you for your cooperation, spending this Saturday morning connecting to Spirit. And we're safe and we're grounded now. So please allow us to soar while you're held by Spirit. And then just tap your heart and say, open. You're safe. You're loved. You are beloved. Take a deep breath in and breathe in love. And as you exhale, you once more let go of anything less than love, and you can just relax your hands if you like now. And be aware of just opening your chakras, your crown chakra especially, and the higher chakras, and being aware of them being filled with light, that you might be protected, filled, and surrounded with the light of the Holy Spirit. So your heart is open, but you are in perfect spiritual protection. Being aware of being in the most gorgeous sphere of light, so your energy stays with you. And nothing comes through that sphere of light but love and purity. And just drop a grounding cord now from your root chakra into the center of the earth, feeling yourself rooted, held by Mother Earth, by the elements, feeling secure, stable. And be aware now of traveling upward, now through the chakras, the first chakra, seeing it light up, bringing healing, bringing love. And you are aware now of that cord dropping into the center of the earth, connecting to a spinning golden Christed orb called the Tuan, where we magical beings all can connect to each other. To be aware we are not alone. We are all one. And come back up now, that root chakra now feeling secure, connected. Coming up to the second chakra of relationship, of cooperation. Lighting up, flowing. Third chakra of self, the hara, the will. Lighting up, healing. Fourth chakra, heart chakra. Connecting heart to heart with each one as we open ever more into the light of the Holy Spirit for the highest good. Fifth chakra, the throat chakra, and just say, I am the words of God, and I shall share the words of God as guided by God. And if God is not your word, you substitute in your word. And now to the sixth chakra, perhaps you might want to lightly touch it and just say open. Open my eyes spiritually. Lighting up. And to the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, gently touching the crown and saying open. Open to the light, knowing you are perfectly protected, seeing the streams of light flowing from that seventh chakra. And now with great joy, excitement, permission, freedom, you open into the eighth chakra and beyond, traveling through the astral realm, hearing the roaring surf. And if you don't quite hear it with your spiritual senses, mock it up, because it will start to then bridge you into hearing it more specifically. And now see the pink light of the astral realm. And traveling up now, I know this is fast, yes you can, into the causal realm, the level of the emotions, with the most gorgeous salmon color, and the sweet tinkling of bells, feeling yourself coming into greater emotional balance. Healing of karma on each of these realms. Traveling up now into the mental level, with the most beautiful royal blue light, with the sound of rushing water, and seeing yourself perhaps reclining beside a stream, and flowing up now into the etheric level, which is a beautiful purple, gorgeous purple, and a slight buzzing sound, a low buzzing sound. The healing of the unconscious, just declaring complete any hopes and dreams you wished for, that you no longer need. Just declaring that all complete, that your etheric level unconscious could be cleared. Flowing up now, knowing that Spirit is taking you, the traveler is taking you up now into the soul level, the most glorious gold light, expanding your consciousness into this positive realm of light with the sound of haunting violins. Might be other stringed instruments, so beautiful and pristine. And now you float here for just a moment. Maybe you want to rest on a cloud of gold. And you send the light to all the levels below, all the levels above. Traveling upward into the spiritual sky. Now, traveling upward ever higher to the higher realms of light beyond soul. Bringing your awareness to your story dropping, to your reference points dropping, like a rocket dropping parts of itself to travel higher. You drop attachments, story, identity, and travel higher. And perhaps you still see gold, or perhaps you see a different color or no color, just an awareness. Perhaps you hear a different sound, and you're hearing these sounds spiritually. So they are not nearly as obvious as physical sounds. These are spiritual sounds. Perhaps you're seeing a God form, images. Whatever you're seeing is perfect. Drop that reference points now, beloved, and go to the next level. Or maybe you shoot up 5, 6, 10, 12, 14 levels. And you drop now even the attachment to soul. You travel as the undifferentiated consciousness of spirit, one with all, as essence, as love. For this is who we all are. And dropping that reference point, and one more time traveling even higher in your awareness. Connecting into Source itself. As Source itself. Beautiful, and we want to integrate all this. So now gently start to float down, rather blowing a kiss to Spirit and giving thanks, and floating down like a feather, floating downward, gently, knowing there's no down or up, but you're coming back into the awareness of this realm. So floating down like a feather through the higher realms above soul, floating into the gold, again reclining there, receiving from Spirit, knowing you shall be back soon as you're floating down and you land that sweet feather plucked from the heartstrings of God, landing on your 7th chakra, your crown chakra. Slowly, slowly. If you're still up there, please feel free to continue traveling. But if you'd like to come back, 7th chakra, and now just gently touch your 6th chakra, your 3rd eye, and just say integrate all of this as I come back here, full, awake, aware, just gently touching your heart to connect in with your physical body, now filled with light, now a greater vessel of light. And just be aware of that grounding cord now dropping into the earth, feeling yourself surrounded by living things. Air, earth, water, fire, essence, ether, surrounding you, growing things, holding you safe, deeply rooted. And you're still aware of being all those levels and connected, deeply rooted, so that you have deep roots as well as wings. Deep breath, breathe in all the goodness of those realms, the light. And as you exhale, just allow yourself to receive an affirmation. It could be very simple, like I am love. Whatever that is, receive it now. Might be several. And as you're ready, you can just gently open your eyes. Just perhaps take a bit of a stretch. Exhale and thank yourself for giving a little bit of your Saturday to the higher realms. We've been delighted to be with you. I don't know how much longer I'll keep doing these free live streams, but I'm going to be here for a little bit anyway. They're now moved to the first Saturday of each month. And as has my radio show, for those of you who don't know, I have a radio show. This is all free, by the way, called healthylife.net is the network. And the show is called The Alicia Doss Show. And it's the first Tuesday of each month. I didn't put in there. I'll put it now so you can paste it, Brett and Vanya. You just go to healthylife.net, click on Listen Live, and on Tuesdays, on the first Tuesday of the month, and you will hear my show. And it's at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm throwing this in right now, guys. So I hope you join. Let's see. So, and I did find out that that the show is in the top 10 downloads of the network and at this point is up to about 400,000 listens each month. So I hope you'll listen in. I have John Gray, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus author, best-selling author of about 30 books. He is joining in October this Tuesday. Tara Marino, a beautiful woman who I just adore, and she's the CEO and founder of Elegant Femme, which serves many thousands of women all over the world. It's a multi-million international company, and she's so soul-led. We talk about so much about the divine feminine. It's also for men too. We keep referencing it back to men, talking about, how can we be a dynamic, active woman and still be divinely feminine and receptive. And we even talk about sex, kind of a lot. So you'll have to listen. That is this Tuesday, the 6th, September 6th at 9 a.m. Pacific. You just click on healthylife.net, listen live. All of this is on my website, aliciadoss.com, so you don't have to remember any of it, and I'll post it here too. There won't be a live stream in October. I will be gone in October, but I'll be back November, something or other. I want to say, November 5th. November 5th at 10 a.m. will be the next live stream. The upcoming radio show. So Tara Marino this Tuesday And so the radio shows will be the first Tuesday of the month. The live streams the first Saturday of the month, except for October. October's radio show will be happening though with John Gray. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Then November is going to be Doctors Ron and Mary Holnick, USM directors. Many of you know and love them. And then December is going to be Shauna Shapiro, a beautiful woman, best-selling author of Good Morning, I Love You. So I hope you can join. If you have any comments, suggestions, etc., throw those in the comments. I loved spending this time with you. I hope you have the most gorgeous Saturday. And KDB wants to know, will we receive all these announcements by email today? I don't know about today, but for sure, yes, you will be receiving the link and everything for Tara's show on Tuesday. And they're also in my emails. You'll get the archives of not only the live streams, but also the radio shows. I did a beautiful show with Catherine Woodward Thomas, best-selling author of Conscious Uncoupling and Calling in the One, and Michael Hayes did an amazing show on current karma of our planet and spiritual opportunities. All of that, the archives of all those are in my email. So do please sign up for my email list newsletter, which again, if you just go to aliciadoss.com/newsletter, I will send all the yummies out to you. I'll post as much as I can on social media. I just moved a couple days ago, so a little busy with that. But all kinds of free stuff for you. Please do share about this. If you want me to keep doing these, the best way is to share about it with your friends, and I will. And if you have themes like, hey, Alicia, I'd like to know about intuition or spiritual sexuality. That's funny. I stumbled on that. Spiritual sexuality. See? 6th chakra. Fifth chakra. Maybe that would be a good topic, because I think that we don't talk about that enough as spiritual people, like that somehow sex is over here and spirit is here. And to me, they are very much, no pun intended, coupled and joined, and there's a way to elevate ourselves through sacred sexuality. So maybe that'll be a topic. You'll have to let me know. You can always reply to my emails or send me a message or whatever if you have themes that you would like me to talk about. So I hope you will listen to the show with Tara on Tuesday and on the Divine Feminine, and the show with John Gray next month. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. And, for those of you who read that book, which is probably all of you, John and I are actually going to be speaking about information he hasn't shared as much publicly, which is really the spiritual aspects of relationship and how he sees that. He was a monk for 9 years before he did any of this work on relationship. So it's going to be a fascinating conversation. I hope you will join. I love you so much. And special thanks to all the people who made this happen. And the archives will be on these 3 pages pretty much right after we end. So much love. Have a beautiful Saturday, and I will see you on the radio show Tuesday and here November 5th. Bye-bye for now.